life was good. I write was good. I might get to it. Not out the woods, so bro, I got to do it. Be a monster. That's why my mantra is being onslaught. From the Lone Star to my lungs.
All right, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jarice back at it with another episode of
Real talk.
And ladies and gentlemen, my channel finally got approved for monetization. Yeah, but here's the catch. Every single video I got but 2 is literally, okay, 5 is literally running on limited ads.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so I guess I either have to clean up my language because I'm assuming that they have a automatic system that probably flags videos for profanity or something of that nature, or maybe it's just my content in general. Who knows? I'll figure it out in the next couple of days. So, for now, I'll be nice, clean, and proper. But anyway, today's topic, actress's bizarre poetry video message to Vladimir Putin viewed 6.5 million times. So, this lady right here, her name is Anna Lynn McCord. And for those of you who don't know who she is, because I didn't know who she is until this video started going viral, here's a little background on her. Let's see. Anna Lynn McCord, born July 16th, 1987. And in 2008, she was cast in the CW series 90210, portraying the anti-heroine Naomi Clark. So basically, you have a Hollywood elitist who was cast to play on a show about Beverly Hills and Hollywood.
What?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, right? I know. But yeah, so I'm sure everybody knows about the whole Russia-Ukraine thing that's going on right now. I believe that that is not our place to be over there, and with the current president sending border patrol agents from the southern border to the border of what was it, Poland? I think that's a really dumb idea, and again, we have bigger problems to worry about in our own country instead of trying to play world police like we always do. But this woman took it upon herself to, I guess, make a poem, if that's what we're calling it, to Vladimir Putin in hopes that I guess he would back out of Ukraine. I honestly don't know what the point of this is, but we're going to play the video and we're going to let you see how cringe this actually is. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother.
What?
If I was your mother, you would have been so loved, held in the arms of joyous light. Never would the stories plight the world unfurled before our eyes, a pure demise of nations sitting peaceful under a night sky. If I was your mother, the world would have been warm.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So much laughter and joy, and nothing would harm. I can't imagine the stain, the soul-stealing pain that the little boy you must have seen and believed, and the formulation of thought quickly taught that you lived in a cruel, unjust world. Is this why you now decide no one will get the best of you?
Of course!
Is this why you do not hide nor away shy from taking back the world? Was it because so early in life, all that strife racked your little body with fear?
What do you mean by that?
If I was your mother, if the world was cold, I'd have died to make you warm. I'd have died to protect you from the unjust, the violence, the terror, the uncertainty. I would have died to give you life.
Really, nigga?
Oh, dear Mr. President Putin, if only I'd been your mother. Perhaps the torture of unwrit youth would not within your heart imbue a ascription to such fealty against that world that you thought was so cruel. Perhaps you would hold dear human life, and on this night, instead of Mother Russia, you would call me And I would set your mind quite free with the love that only a mother can give.
Oh my God! Wow!
And only a mother can take away. When holds, she doesn't the harm at bay and leaves her boy for the promise of a man. Whatever your story, Mr. President Putin, I can't imagine how it feels in your heart, but I know if I was your mother, that would be a start towards the awareness of what a powerful being of light you could be if your mind was only free from the violence you've seen when you were just 2 or 3. I cannot believe I was born too late in a different...
I mean, you could also not be Russian, but, you know, because I'm pretty sure his parents were Russian. And I believe you are American, born in Atlanta, Georgia. Just throwing that out there. But here, let's see if I can get through this. Let's see if I can get through the rest of this.
Place when I would have loved you so, watched you play wherever you go, and
ooh, she rhymed. Ooh, bars, bars.
teach you the ways that love can grow, and watch you become powerful in the world we know, but in a different light. My heart bleeds at this plight, the seeds of night, terrors of war. Match they must, the love not poured. Dear Mr. President Putin, I so to your heart implore this story.
Why does she keep calling him Mr. President Putin? That sounds weird. Like, I mean, I guess it's because, you know, she doesn't want to, I guess, say President Putin like she lives in Russia. Like, you know, you'd say President Bush or whatever, but it just still sounds weird. Just say Putin. Or I'm call him by his first name, Vladimir Putin. Like, just, dear Mr. President Putin. Like, that sounds weird.
You are screaming loud, for which I know you must feel proud. To me, sounds like a boy's heart's cry for the mother he never knew. The mother from whom he should never have been unglued. The mother who could have loved him true, if her story held not her back, as you order your troops and plan Ukraine attacks. I, helpless, sit here, heartbroken in two. If only I'd been the mother of you.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Dear Mr. President Vladimir Putin, please think of that little boy you. Little boys just like you back then will lose their mothers too. When does this end?
But what about the fathers? Like, this is what I don't like about these, like, lefty, liberal feminist types. They always talk about mothers. They never talk about fathers, right? Because I guess if these little boys' fathers die, I guess that's no big deal because all you need is a mother. But these are the type of women that promote single motherhood in general. So can we, like, are we really surprised by this? Just being honest.
When do we stop harming our little ones, creating this cold, cruel world that they turn against because it was never kind to them? When, Mr. President Putin? When does it end?
Nope, we're not doing that. So, what's the takeaway from this, ladies and gentlemen? This is a textbook case of Class A narcissism. This is narcissism. This is a God complex because a lot of females in Western society have this God complex because, let's just be real here, a lot of guys worship the ground they walk on. Like, a lot of these guys will literally walk behind them just so they can get a whiff of these females' farts just because a lot of them are simps and they haven't really been in a relationship / with a chick because a lot of them are incels. And yeah, we as in black folks, we tend to live in a matriarchy, so we are raised and brought up to worship the ground that women walk on. But I mean, that's a whole different video for a whole different day. I could get into the specifics, but that's really not the topic of this video. But Yeah, this is just narcissism, and this is what celebrities generally do. They pay lip service and send out wise words and peace, love, and positivity, and it's like, well, that really doesn't do anything in the long run. I mean, realistically, I don't even think half the people that you're intending to view this are going to be able to view this because of the actual like violence that is going on in Ukraine right now. But let's just make this completely just tone deaf message to send out to Ukraine, and yeah, it's just gonna tug at the heartstrings of Putin, and he's just gonna say, "Oh, yes, I made terrible mistake. Yes, I made terrible mistake. I will draw all troops out of Ukraine right now. Yes, I will get all troops out, and we will drink vodka. Yes, I apologize for my transgressions, Ukraine. I'm sorry. Everybody, we go back to what we were doing before I invaded Ukraine. Yes." Like, I don't know what she's expecting. All right, so the article reads, in the midst of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, an actress recorded herself reciting a poem as an open letter to Russian President Vladimir Putin. However, the video was met with some, and by some they mean a lot, but yeah, some backlash after it was posted, which is not too surprising because it is tone deaf as I don't know what. And I would have a lot more colorful language, but I am trying to keep this video advertiser friendly because now that I'm monetized, obviously I would like to make a little bit of monetary value off my videos, and I don't want to go the whole super chat, Patreon, or whatever the case may be, because 9 times out of 10, when a black guy does that, when he asks for Patreon, Cash Apps, and Super Chats and things of that nature, usually it's seen as e-begging because I'm black, but, there's a lot of other content creators of other races that get away with that and nobody says a word. But, again, I'll try my best to not e-beg. Again, generally a term that applies to mostly most content creators my skin color. I will try not to do that. So we'll try to keep this advertiser friendly. But Annalyn McCord, an activist and actress known for her role in Nip Tuck, shared the video on her Twitter account Thursday morning, and it has since been viewed more than 6 million times. Although the clip shared on Twitter cut off at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, the full video was just more than 3.5 minutes long. And it has a quote from here, and then McCord continued her poem and recited what she would have done if she were his mother and what may have been different. Which, again, I'm guessing, I guess the pureness of her being, and, while, hypothetically, if President Putin was incubating inside her, and, she was the one who gave birth to him and raised him, I guess he would have been this amazing person, even though I guess she's implying that people who come from good homes always end up as good people. Like, I guess she's insinuating that there's never been a person who's came from a loving, stable home who's ended up some kind of murderer or some kind of person who's off their rocker. I guess she's implying that. Seems a little disingenuous / a non-factual argument, but I mean, hey. Or it seems completely subjective. That argument is completely subjective. But I mean, hey, to each his own. And then this article has another thing. Okay, it says, on Thursday, Russian forces invaded Ukraine by land, air, and sea. All three. This invasion has prompted Ukraine civilians to flee, and Poland is preparing to help with a potential influx of refugees. It says those who are trying to leave are reported to only be able to do so by ground transportation or by foot. And got the Stand with Ukraine thing here. I mean, I don't even know if it's safe to say stand with Ukraine because, you know, when the Hong Kong thing was going on, um, people, celebrities were seen apologizing for that. Same thing with Taiwan. Anybody remember the whole John Cena thing? Hold on. Hey, you know what? Here. You know what? I'll do you one better.
Star and former pro wrestler John.
We're not doing that.
你好，中国，这是叫西娜。我必须说，现在，在《速度与激情》中，我做很多采访，很多，所以在一个采访，我
I'm actually impressed by his Mandarin. I'm actually impressed. I give it to you. Can we get a slow clap for him?
所有人问我，如果我可以用中文，速度与激情有人给我很多资讯 information，所以很多采访，很多 information。
What? What? He just threw information in there in English? What? How does that work?
Information.
It's like when Hispanics be speaking Spanglish. Oh man, that one irks me. They'll be like, ¿Cómo se dice? And I'm like, what? And they're like, sweater in Spanish. I'm like, wait, what?
What?
我有一个错误，我必须说，现在就是很重要。
It is so important.
我爱更尊重中国，更中国人。我很抱歉对我的错误。
Oh my god.
对不起，我很。
Oh god, apology tours, you gotta love them. Hey, John Cena, here is your male genitalia, bro. Yeah, they're in that coffin, bro.
很抱歉，你必须了解，我很爱，很尊重。
You already said that.
中国跟中国人，不好意思，再见。
So yeah, that's John Cena apologizing for calling Taiwan a separate country, and you know what? I'll even do one better. LeBron James, Hong Kong. Do they have the tweets? Do they have the tweets? Of course. To read the full article, please subscribe now. It's like, I'll never subscribe to you. Oh my god. So, yeah, the TLDR version, in case you don't remember or don't know, LeBron James was basically shilling for China when the Hong Kong protests were happening. And what's weird? I could have swore, people like him were against communism and dictatorships and things of that nature. I thought they were all pro democracy and pro freedom and things of that nature. But I mean, when that China money's involved, I guess. I'll probably have like 4 black guys in the comment section calling me a raccoon for my take on this. Because if you're anti-LeBron or anti-Colin Kaepernick or anything like that, you're an animal that looks like it's wearing a burglar mask.
I respect him a lot and I appreciate him a lot before this morning's comments. But after this morning's comments, I think it's the difference between great player and good player. And it's the difference between a hero and a basketball star. He's a good basketball star. He is one of the greatest of all time. But he's not a hero.
Which is what I've been saying for I don't know how many years, but a lot of people can't separate their emotions and their skin color and things of that nature, and it doesn't help that these same black folks that'll call me an animal with a burglar mask just have this unnatural obsession with athletes and entertainers. Like, there's just so many people that you're just not supposed to say anything about no matter what they do. But anyway, back to this. So what's the key takeaway here, guys? This is just honestly, this is not our problem if we're being completely honest. And the only reason why I think there's even some people that are so ready to get involved in this, and we need to protect Ukraine. I'm more of a, hey, we don't need to, hey, y'all let the EU handle that, or our NATO brethren, because we're still in NATO for some reason. The only reason why I think people are even like jumping the gun on this, especially leftists, was because the last president was a Russian asset, right? And then, our current president had his son tied up in Ukraine with some sketchy looking business deals and things of that situation. So I think that's why the politicians and some of the leftists are like, we must protect Ukraine at all costs, and we got to send over our border patrol agents, and we got to stage troops over there, and this, that, and the third. And this is like, do y'all really care about Ukraine, or is it just because Joe Biden has ties to Ukraine and Trump was allegedly tied to Russia, and the whole Mueller report fell through, and then the whole Ukraine quid pro quo thing fell through, and now y'all just want to warmonger just to get back at the orange man and to protect the current president, or not protect him, but because he has a vested interest in this country. So now we gotta defend our brother Ukraine. And oh my god. And here's another thing, right? One of the worst takes I have seen on this is that they are saying they are literally saying Putin is able to get away with this because of white supremacy, not realizing the people in Ukraine are also white. But this is just how far we've fallen and how far leftists are willing to go just to basically defend the person they want to defend. And now you even have the Occupy Democrats, I think it's their Twitter page, talking about how good it is that the citizens are being armed, even though with AR-15s, even though they were against AR-15s in America. But oh god, it's just craziness. But again, we as a country do not need to be involved in whatever that is over there. We've already seen what happens when the United States tries to play world police. It never ends up good. It just has a bunch of troops occupying and staying in these countries for an exorbitant amount of time, and then usually a lot of lives are lost. A lot of American lives are lost for no reason. But meanwhile, your politician who's trying to send your kids over there, they're chilling in Washington, D.C. with Secret Service, and, you know, they can call on the Marines or the National Guard or the Army Reserves or whoever they want to protect them from whatever may come their way, assuming that any viable threat could get inside the country anyway. So just food for thought. Here's an idea, guys. I'm gonna leave it on this. If we had to make the politicians go to the front lines like they did back in the American Revolution, you know, George Washington style, where he's on the ground with the troops. If our politicians today had to do that, do you think they would be advocating for as much of this world policing / war as they do? I'm willing to bet that they wouldn't, but that's all I got on this one. This was more of a serious video today, and I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of leashed if I can't talk the way I want to try to keep my videos advertiser friendly, but we'll see if this video gets hit with limited ads. But anyway, guys, yeah, just let me know if I made a little bit of sense, a lot of sense, if I made too much sense, and yeah, comment down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, maybe send this to somebody you know who might need to hear this. You know, maybe they're thinking they're crazy, and maybe they just need to hear somebody who's not a deranged leftist speak, you know, from a neutral point of view, because let's face it, our mainstream media sucks. I mean, you got right-wing Fox News and you got super left-wing everything else, so maybe a neutral voice is what somebody in your friend circle needs to hear. But anyway, guys, yeah, it's been your boy Jarice back with another episode of
Real talk.
and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Linking on my brain. Okay. Linking on my brain. I got linking on my brain. Whoa.